So we are a family of 6 living full-time in an RV. Recently we decided to jump off the beaten path of the sticks and bricks, and we have moved over to a lifestyle of travel, freedom, and a little bit more that has to offer out there. So let's talk a little bit about some of our updates that we have today on the bunk beds and the fireplace that you guys have been following us on. So stay tuned. So we've been doing this probably about what, month and a half now, just about, maybe almost 2 months, maybe right around there, month and a half, 2 months. We've been living full time in our RV. I love it. I'm not gonna lie, there has been a challenge with some of the changes that we've had, and we'll be talking a little bit about the different changes that you have to accommodate on our podcast. We do have a couple of stuff out there already on the podcast that we've talked about some of the changes and how to start working your way towards that. This one here, we're actually talking a little bit more about the updates that we're doing with the fireplace and the bunk beds and the living area that we've been working out of up front here. So we haven't really started any new projects. We are trying to get some of this other stuff all finished up, and our goal is we're going to get the fireplace and the televator, which is a TV elevator, all finished up. We're going to get the bunk beds all finished up, and we're going to get that all dressed out so we have more organization. So that's what we're working towards right now. One of the things that we wanted to work towards is we wanted a fireplace in here. Even though we are full-time and we're going to eventually go traveling and do different things, we wanted something to have a cozy, homey feeling. So that's why we looked into this this fireplace. And this fireplace is just 110. It works really good. You can change the colors of the LED. It has a little rock. We wanted something with a little bit modern look to it. And I think this really fits our bill for what we're looking for. So when we don't want to be sitting outside because it's either hot or it's just the bugs are bothering us, we can kind of relax to our area here and retreat to it and enjoy it here. So that's the update on the fireplace. We do have that installed. One of the other things too is we needed more space for our kids. So recently my daughter Michaela, she moved back in with us. She is staying with us at the rig right now. She's actually going to be the one that stays on the couch right now, just because we were working towards a goal for her for what she's going to be doing later on in life and what she's going to be doing when she moves out and whatnot. But for right now, I think it's really cool that we built these bunk beds. And you guys saw some of the start stuff. We can kind of show it another video right up here wherever it's at. But you guys saw some of that stuff. We built out the bunk beds. It wasn't done, and it's kind of sat there for a while because I got busy at work. Now that I got a little bit more time, we are working towards getting the bunk beds right over here finished. We're not going to give you that quite detail yet. We're going to show you them here in a little bit, what they look like, what we've done to them, what we still need to do to them because they're not done. We still have a lot of work to do to them because we want to finish the inside of it, get the wiring all tucked away, build some nice shelves for them to be able to put some of their stuff on, and they're going to be able to make it their own. That'll be their little area that they can dress up however they want. And of course we have the televator. The televator is the TV elevator that lifts up and down, gives us the ability, we can still use our window here. We want the sunlight to come in, and then also gives us the ability if we want to watch TV, pop it out, watch some TV, enjoy it. And everything with RV living is all about space, right? One thing that they don't do very well, I think, in RVs is they give you a lot of space, but there's a lot of dead space. Like we have the whole underneath the counters over here, it's dead space. Like the whole kick panel, there's all sorts of storage that we could slide stuff under there. So I might actually cut some of that stuff out, and we might clean it up a little bit so we can slide totes under there, put the kick panels back there on like a magnetic system so we can pull them off, give us more storage. We don't know yet. We're going to try some different things out, but like the Monaco, when they built it with lots of cabinets. It's great, but they're not ideal cabinets. You can't fit regular stuff in them, and it makes it very challenging when you start trying to incorporate a home life into a RV life. So that's one of the challenges that we've experienced. But some of the dead space too is up in the air. You got to go vertical. When you go vertical, you gain more space, and that's what we did with the bunk beds. We had 3 of them here, one for Logan, one for Seth, one for Darius, and they each have their own little area. They'll be able to set that up. They'll have their own privacy, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for us to be able to utilize some of the space, plus stay organized. One of the challenges that we've seen when we start working with this is trying to stay organized. Trying to stay organized is very hard in an RV because in a house, if you have more space, you can set something down, forget about it, walk away from it, but then it's still there. You're not going to be bumping into it. An RV is different. We have to keep the counter clean. So in our house, we had a huge thing where our counter was always a catch-all, and that bugged Jessica so much. She hated that. She told me multiple times she was ready to just chop that counter off on the end there because it kind of had a small island area, but it was always a catch-all for everything. So now that we're in an RV, still the counter's a catch-all for everything.
The one little spot right here.
And you can see some stuff. I got my drill up there. We got some cups and stuff, and it's a catch-all. But the difference is you're forced to go and correct that immediately, or you're gonna have stuff gathering up all day there, and then that becomes a huge issue because the more clutter you have, the more you're tripping over stuff, doing different things. So it has definitely been a learning curve, but for the most part, I think it's actually been a good thing because we've had arguments, we've had our disagreements on stuff, but it's made us better at trying to be more proactive to fix stuff, to put stuff in place so that the kids have places to put their stuff, put their clothes, their electronics charging stations, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's been a great adventure for us, and that's what I'm gonna call it, because when you start doing this kind of stuff, it becomes an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Michaela, she's back here in the background, so she's right there. But I just screwed that up because I just showed you guys the bunk beds, but hey, you got a quick glimpse, but we'll come back to that. Michaela has been doubting me on some of this too, but you know something? I think she's been coming around a little bit because she's seeing the opportunity of being able to do more and live minimalistic and not have to worry about all the fluff. And that's what all the possessions is just fluff in your life. When you look at what you have now as far as what's more important to us, and that's going out and enjoying family time, enjoying and being able to go do different things and have that extra time to be able to do whatever we really want. You know, when you're tied down to a house, some of the stuff you're working on projects, you're working on a whole bunch of stuff. I see a difference in some of the stuff that we're doing now, so I think that's a huge thing for us. It is definitely an adventure you want to try to partake if you see an opportunity to seize it. One of the other reasons we decided to renovate our RV is because we wanted to make it feel more like a home. When you take your RV and you first get it, sometimes it's a home on wheels, but it's more of a secondary home for people where they go home to it. For us, we wanted to make it more homey, something we're gonna enjoy coming home to every single day when we go to our 9 to 5 jobs right now, and we start working towards some of the other stuff that we want to do. And when you make it more homey, it's more inviting. It's more of a big difference when you start looking at the aspect of the way it looked like before, which we have some photos we'll show you here. You know, we had the table here, we had some other stuff here. Now we've taken it to the point that we've lightened it up a little bit. We've added more white to it. We've added the flooring, which is a little bit nicer, a little bit newer. And now we're in the process of still finishing up. Once we get the whole front down, basically from the kitchen all the way forward, we can get all this done first, and then we're going to start working on the back half. But when you start modernizing it and you start making it look more of like a home and inviting for yourself, you'll see a huge change of how you look at this lifestyle. I think that's a big thing that a lot of people don't realize is, it's an RV, but you can make your RV whatever you want it to be. You can build it out however you want. If you want to gut the back and turn it into a play area for the kids instead of a master bedroom, you guys can do that. That's all a matter of what fits your guys' preference and what you guys want to do. So make sure you guys continue to follow our journey. We have a lot more information coming and a lot more things that we're doing. If you guys have not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast. We're going to start doing podcast Thursdays, where we drop a podcast every Thursday, some information that comes out. That will be a video podcast that will drop on our YouTube channel as well too, so you guys can't miss that. But I think there's a lot of opportunity for people to still even talk about how to get in this. In my eyes, a lot of people still look at this as not a acceptable way of living life. And moving forward, since COVID's changed a lot of stuff, you have to look at the bigger picture. That stuff's changed for the better in certain ways. You know, what wasn't good 30, 40 years ago now is something that's being embraced now, so that you can travel more and go see more. You know, if we want to go travel and we want to go do something, instead of having to pack up everything, put it in suitcases, go travel someplace, unpack it, come back home, do the laundry, we just take our wheels. We're home on wheels. We just bolt everything down and we just go. And we have everything with us.
I think that's what people fail to realize is the stress of packing to go on an adventure. This really takes all of that out of that. There's no stress. You just go.
Yeah, and I think that's a great opportunity for people to try to embrace and realize is you can do so much with this opportunity if you guys actually kind of look into this stuff. But hey, big thank you for everybody watching. Make sure you guys stay tuned. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, I'm kind of hinting to you guys, you definitely want to subscribe to the channel, because we got a big giveaway we're going to be giving away at 2,000 subscribers. But we'll talk a little bit about that on the next video that we drop out. Probably maybe Thursday we will do the podcast and talk a little more about that. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you guys on the next video. And we will continue working on our renovation here and giving you guys updates as we get stuff done. Peace.